back to my channel. I am back with another Baddies tea video, so let's just get right into it because I was kind of surprised by this one. So I guess there was a post on one of the tea pages that don't like the big three, and it was a picture of Natalie walking them like a dog, like she was walking Dolly, Summer, and Lex on a leash. And Meatball got in the comment section and she agreed with the post. She wrote, "I agree" underneath it, which means that she feels like Dolly, Summer, and Lex are Natalie's lapdogs. And it ended up getting put on these tea pages what, Meatball had to say. And Big Lex got into the comment section and she wrote, "Oop, she must be trying to get back on Baddies because ain't no way." And then she put a bunch of laughing emojis and this got pinned to the top of the comment section. So then Meatball commented under the same post and she wrote, "She's literally a loser and could have been next up if she didn't follow after them." Them meaning Dolly and Summer. So she's basically saying that Lex is stupid, that she could have been a fan favorite, but because she's linked up with Dolly and Summer and the fans don't like them, now people don't like Big Lex by default. And that is true. People don't like Lex mainly because of her friendship with Dolly and Summer. But to me, that doesn't take away from Lex's popularity because at the end of the day, whether you love her or hate her, you're still giving her attention. And she gets more love than she gets hate by people. Like if you go in her comment section, she gets a lot of love. Yeah, there's people hating on her, but for the most part, people do like her. And then on top of that, she has some of the most followers on Instagram than any other baddie on the show this season. So I'm surprised that she's trying to make it seem like Lex is not successful just because some of the fans don't like her. Honestly, it's giving that Meatball is just reading the comment sections of people who don't like Dolly, Summer, and Lex, and she's just repeating what the fans are saying because that seems to be the theme lately ever since Baddies Midwest. If you want to get favor with the fans, you have to go against the big three, and if you go against the big three, you're automatically going to be liked. That's what happened with Tavy, because I remember when Tavy first got casted for the show, the fans were talking about her before the season even started airing. Like they already didn't feel like she should have been casted, and they didn't like her at the beginning of the season. It wasn't until she started beefing with Big Lex and Dolly that everybody decided that they were going to like her. So it's giving that Meatball is doing the same thing because we know that before this season of Baddies USA started filming, Meatball was on social media saying that she wanted to get put back on the show. And then when she didn't get casted, she got upset and she posted about it on social media. And maybe she thinks that if she repeats the things that a lot of the fans say about the big three, that maybe the fans will rally behind her and maybe Lemmy and Natalie will cast her for the next season of the show. Now, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. She could really not like Dolly, Summer, and Lex, but it's hard for me to believe that because some of the hate that they get is a little bit forced. And somebody got upset with me in my comment section for my last review for part 2 of the Baddies Africa reunion because I said that the fans are really biased when it comes to the big three. And the person got in the comment section and was swearing and stuff because they felt like I was trying to say that the fans should like them. And I'm not saying that you have to like Dolly, Summer, and Lex. You don't have to like them. You can have your favorites. But what I'm talking about is the biasness, okay? If Dolly, Summer, or Lex get into a fight and they win the fight, people will be in the comment section saying that they didn't win the fight, and they'll make all types of excuses as to why the person they do like lost. Like they'll say, "Oh, she was drunk. That's the only reason why Dolly, Summer, or Lex won the fight." Or if Dolly, Summer, and Lex didn't start a fight, but they finished the fight, people will say that they're the ones that started it and they were the ones in the wrong when they weren't. So that's the type of biasness that I'm talking about. So no, I'm not saying that the fans have to like Dolly, Summer, and Lex, but you have to admit, if they were not on this season of the show, and even Baddies Midwest, I think it would have been boring. I think it would have been a complete flop because all the girls were kissing each other's asses and trying to be best friends. And let's be honest, if we're being real, people watch this show for the fights, okay? Because when there's episodes where there's no fights and they're just spending the episode talking or doing an activity, people call it a filler episode and say it was boring and that Zeus could have kept it. And then when there's an episode where there's a lot of fighting, that's what gets the most attention. I also don't agree with people saying that Dolly, Summer, and Lex are Natalie's lapdogs because what exactly have they done that Natalie told them to do? Like, they haven't fought for Natalie not one time. When Diamond was sneaking Natalie and everybody was coming for Natalie, they weren't one of the people that jumped in and defended her. It was Tavy that was actually acting like a lapdog to Natalie because she's the one who fought Diamond the Body for Natalie when she first came on the show, and she didn't even have a real issue with Diamond. She didn't even know Diamond. And then recently, when we just watched part 2 of the Baddies Africa reunion, when Natalie was fighting Diamond the Body and she was actually winning the fight, Tavy ran over there and got involved in it, and she didn't have to do that because her and Diamond were cool throughout the season. So for her to do something like that, I think it's surprising that people are calling Dolly, Summer, and Lex Natalie's lapdog just because she likes them. I just feel like that's crazy. And then this is coming from Meatball, the girl who the fans liked at the beginning but then didn't like her because she was crashing out too much. She was acting jealous of Tinkerbella. She couldn't even be happy for her friend when her friend was getting recognition and she got her Baddies chain. She was salty that entire time. I liked Meatball at the reunion because she stood her ground and she fought everybody that she needed to fight. Like, to me, she was the MVP of that reunion. But I just feel like right now it's weird to me that she's coming for Lex and calling her a loser and saying that she could have been a fan favorite when Meatball probably could have been a fan favorite too if she wasn't acting salty and jealous when it came to Tinkerbella and if she wasn't acting scary when it came to J.O. So these are my thoughts on the situation between Big Lex and Meatball. Let me know what you guys thought about this situation down in the comment section, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.